Alright, so hey y'all, so today we're gonna be basically going over a recap of my car accident since today makes the year anniversary since my car accident happened, which is very crazy. I can't believe time went by so fast. And with it being the year of the car accident, I feel like why not? Like, it's no better time to go and talk about it and go a little bit more in detail, talk about anything that I feel like I forgot to mention in the previous videos. Show a little bit more, and also I got a surprise. And I ain't gonna even spoil it. I'm gonna probably spoil it sometime during a video, but not right now, not in the beginning, because that's just not how you do it. But if there's anything else, let's just get into this video. Back and alright, so we back. So today I'm gonna get into the story of how it all happened. So this particular day, we had just came back from Texarkana, because he was from Texarkana, and we had just left my house, and we had went to Planet Fitness. We went to Planet Fitness. We was up there for a while. We was having fun. We was just playing around, doing little sweet stuff and all that. And everything was all good. Like, this was a great day. We didn't have no arguments. And this whole week this whole week leading up to this was going pretty smooth, and everything was great. Like, nothing was weird. We didn't have no weird tensions between us or nothing. Everything was good. So, yeah. This day, everything was good, and one thing I will mention is that before we went to the gym, he took these gummies, these Gatorade gummies, and they supposed to help you when you're working out to further, I guess, exercise better, get your electrolytes up, and get you pumping and all that good stuff, whatever. But anyways, yeah, he took that, and on top of that, when we got there, he got one of these energy drinks they sell at this gym. It's called Rain. So he took that, and I don't know if he took anything else, but he took that. We was all good. Everything was cool at the gym. We got on these little hydro massage chairs, and everything was just like great. Then we finna get ready to leave. It's like early in the morning. It's like probably 12 or 1, I think, when we left. So, well, it's night, morning, whatever you want to call it. Alright, but anyways, we getting into the car. We about to get in the car, and I'm about to drive, but he wanted to drive, and I didn't want to let him drive, but I didn't want to argue with him either. So I gave him the keys. Keep in mind, a lot of people that know him or know little things about him believes that he could not drive. But and I'm not saying I'm just the pro driver. Like, I'm not too fast, too furious. I'm not no NASCAR driver. I'm saying I think I'm a decent driver, and I taught him how to drive. So, and his driving skills had nothing to do with the car accident anyway. So I don't understand why people believe that he couldn't drive. But anyways, back to the point. I gave him the keys, and I'm in the passenger. I get in the passenger seat. I'm like, you know what? You can drive anyway, cause I'm tired. He's like, he didn't want me to go to sleep on him, but I'm like, either I'm gonna go to sleep or I'm gonna be mad. Like, I'm gonna have an attitude. So I think I really need to go to sleep. Like, I really need to go to sleep. And I went to sleep. Then I don't know how long. I guess if it was like 12:01 and the accident happened around like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, I guess I was asleep for like 2 or maybe 3 hours, and I woke up, and we were heading to Longview, We were in Marshall, Texas. I woke up, he was just staring at the road with this dead stare. No expression, no movements, no nothing, just this dead stare. So I looked over at him and I'm like, what's wrong? Because I'm thinking, oh my God, he's like mad. He's really mad, like he's pissed. So that didn't get him to respond. So I looked at him again. I was like, are you okay? He still didn't say nothing. So then I started to get worried. Then right after I asked him that, he fell over. The car went to the right and we went off the road. And then once we went off the road, we ran over these grass like humps and bumps, and all I remember was hearing the car bumping and rumbling and all like shaking real hard. And I screamed no, and then I got knocked out. I don't know how long I was out, but I knocked out. And I woke up upside down in the car. The car was flipped. The car had flipped multiple times. I actually was able to pull myself out the car. But when I pulled myself out the car, I realized that my arm was broke and my leg was broke. I actually have a scar. Wait, which arm is it? It's this arm. I have a long scar down this arm. This is the arm. It got broken. I had to get a rod. I still actually have a rod in this arm and in my left leg, but I ain't gonna lift that up because that's weird. Like, it's the leg. But I said I wasn't gonna lift it up. I lifted it up. This the leg. You can see the little scars from my screws. But yeah, that's the leg. So woke up and I realized that I broke my leg and my arm. When the car accident happened and when I first had woke up from being knocked out, I could not see him. I tried to look over at him, but I guess everything from the trunk had flew, or back seat flew from the back to the front. I couldn't see him. I couldn't see nothing on his side. It was literally black. So that's what made me decide to try to pull myself out the car, because I'm like, I gotta get us help. So what I did was, even though I thought I would have panicked, I kept calm in that moment. I was scared, but all I could think was, I gotta get us help. So I got my leg and I put it on top of my other leg. My broken leg, I put it on top of my good leg. And I got my arm that was broke and I pulled it and I set it on top of my lap. And then I just dragged myself down the street. I was screaming for help. I just so happened to see this diesel truck. So I was like, I'm gonna pull myself to him and I'm gonna bang on his door and I'm gonna like make sure he let me up in here. He ain't even gotta let me up. You ain't even gotta take me to the hospital, sir. I just want you, or ma'am, because it could have been a woman, not just men drive trucks. But I just want you to call 911 because I'm not the only person that was involved in this accident, and you can't just take me and not take my boyfriend. Like, that ain't how this finna go. So yeah, I'm planning on getting there, but just so happened the truck station was actually up the street, and they heard me screaming, like in pain, in agony. They heard me screaming, and I didn't even know that I couldn't see them, but I guess I was screaming loud enough to where wherever they were, they heard me. Somebody called 911. Ambulance pulled up on me, asking me 50 million questions that I did not want to answer. But I went on ahead and answered them because I'm like, I have to, and nobody wanted to tell me what was going on with my boyfriend until 3 days later. 3 days in the hospital, I did not eat nothing. Um, I had to lay on my back for 3 days, and people, something that's weird that people probably don't know, when you lay down on your back for repeated days without sitting up not one time, there's something that happens. I think your equilibrium gets knocked off or something, because I was so dizzy. Like, I was so dizzy when I tried to sit up. It felt like the world was like a big tornado. Like, everything was spinning. It was just crazy. Like, and on top of that, I wasn't eating. I couldn't eat. They weren't allowing me to eat because I was going to get surgery. So it was 3 days. I went no food, just ice, nothing but ice. Not knowing nothing about my boyfriend either, not knowing if he's alive in the hospital. And on top of that, when you have a trauma accident, they put you under an alias name, which is a fake name if you don't know what that means. It's a fake name, kind of like a code name. So your business doesn't get put out there when it comes to trauma accidents because they don't want nobody reporting your stuff to the newspaper or to the news because people is nosy. People is nosy. People talk. That's what they do. That's all they do. Yeah, they keep your stuff private, and I love that. So, but I also didn't love the fact that if he was there, they wouldn't know because he's under a fake name. So, anyways, 3 days later, right before I'm going to go under anesthesia, the doctor tells me that, oh, I'm sorry to tell you, but your friend died. And I get, I don't know what, I don't know how I felt. Because I'm like, no, ain't no way. This is a joke. This is April Fool's. This is a joke. It ain't even April 1st, but it's April. This is April Fool's. Y'all playing a joke on me. And it took me days. I went through this weird delusional phase where I believed that this was a joke. Like, this is not real. Ain't no way that this man is really dead. Like, no, hell. Like, no. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. But, and I still, like, for a while after that, had those thoughts plaguing my mind, like, is this really real? It took so long for it to really set in for me. And I didn't even cry in that moment because I was just so in shock. I didn't know how to take it. Like when the doctor said it to me, I didn't even want to talk to him. I turned away from him and I didn't say nothing to him. I blocked out what he said. It's like it turned into Charlie Brown. When he was talking to me, all I heard was womp, 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 womp. Like, I don't hear you, sir. Why are you still talking to me? I can't hear you. So he eventually stops talking, walks out, and I get pulled to the anesthesiologist people that put you under before you go into surgery. I get asked, how am I doing? I'm like, oh, I'm doing great. Just found out my ex-boyfriend died, But other than that, I'm doing okay, I guess. Also, I'm not eating, but yeah, she's just like, oh, so sorry, and I'm like, yeah. I wake up, they done my surgery. It felt like I was asleep for like 2 seconds. I don't know how long it took. I never asked. I should have asked, but I didn't. But the surgery, it felt like I was asleep for 2 seconds. I didn't even know I fell asleep. And this is something I forgot to say in my other video. I mentioned everybody that came to see me, like my daddy, my mama, my auntie, my best friend. But I did not mention my cousin. My cousin also came and see me. Like, a lot of people came and see me, and I was so emotional during that time because I really only wanted to see the people that I cared about or that genuinely care about me in that moment, and that wasn't gonna make me feel like judged. Because it's people who had feelings towards him, people who had anger, people who had different kind of ways towards him, and some of those people let that affect the way they were. But some people came and they did not like let that affect the way they were towards me. Like, it was genuinely about me, and that, like, they knew that you might not care for him, but you can at least care about how I feel about losing him. You might not like what he did, but I really liked him, and if you care about me, then you should know that hurt me to lose him. But yeah, a few people, like a lot of my close people, came and see me. The people I was able to get in contact with, because I lost my phone in the wreck. I had no phone. Like, my phone got thrown out the car or stayed in the car or something. On top of it, I lost a lot of valuable possessions. Like, a lot of valuable possessions was in that car, and I never got to go get them. because they would not let nobody go get my stuff out of my car. And they told me it had to be me to go get it, but I couldn't even walk. So I'm like, how am I gonna go pick up anything when I'm in a wheelchair? On top of it, only one of my arms was working, and the other one was healed. The fingers were healing because I punched the window when the car was freaking flipping somehow. I don't know what that was. I guess that was survival instincts. I bust the window open before I was that's how I was able to get out. And this must have happened either when the car was flipping or right when the car stopped and some reflex just jumped out and punched the window. I didn't even know I had glass in my hand because my adrenaline was rushing so bad I barely felt the pain in my hand. All I could feel was my leg and my arm. Yeah. Every that experience was good. Everything was good there. And then I met this really nice man. He was really cool. I was watching nothing but like cartoons like SpongeBob and Disney Channel and all that. Like I was just watching all kind of light and easy stuff because I just wanted to keep my mind in like a positive space. I wanted to keep everything easy. I didn't want any drama or action or anything like that to be triggering me because I just knew when it comes to stuff like that, cars are always driving and flipping and going crazy and all over the place. And I didn't want to be having no parts and having to see stuff like that. So I just was like, I'm gonna cut this off completely for now because I love horror. I can't even talk. I love horror movies. I love action movies. I love all that, but I could not watch none of that. I could not watch none of that because I'm like, I don't want none of that to trigger me. Like, I'm very sensitive right now, and I know that this is gonna touch a nerve for me. I avoided that for a while. I talked to the people that I could talk to. Then I went to the therapy center, and I'm gonna actually insert some videos here of, well, the few little videos that I have of me being there, so you can see how I looked then versus how I look now. Like you can tell I was at the hospital. Hair was not cut. It was getting rough. It was getting tough. It was getting, but hey, it was out of my control. I was hurt. Need for me to be trying to look beautiful in a hospital in a situation like that. But anyways, here go the clips. Hey. Oh, excuse me. This is not gut lighting. I don't know what happened. First video. Guess I got in there. Yep. That was little old me in there trying to hold it down, trying to hold it together, trying to make sure that I stay sane because my sanity was teetering on each, like on a, I can't even explain like how I felt. I can't even explain the thoughts that were going through my head because I never like felt or thought like that to that extreme before. Like, of course I'm human, so I'm gonna be mad. Of course I'm gonna have like thoughts that I sometimes probably shouldn't think of, or those intrusive thoughts that you don't want to think of, but you can't really fight them because they're intrusive, and you keep getting on intrusive thought like talking about it's gonna burst in your head before you even know that it's there. But yeah, I was there. I felt very weird because I had to give up my independence. Like I had to have somebody wipe me and bathe me, change me, help me stand up. Everything that I used to doing independently, everything that I grew up learning how to do independently, I had to give it all up, and I had to learn how to use my leg. I can't even talk. What was that? My leg and my arm again. Like I had to learn how to operate. On top of that, my emotions was running crazy, and I had moments where I would be sad, but I would be laughing, or I would be mad, but I would be laughing, or I would be all three, and I would just zone out. Like my emotions was just, they was just, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It was just a mess. A mess. But yes, I was there for about 3, 4 months, and they were really great on like helping me get back to being back, like able to walk and practicing there. And I got home around like end of June, early July. Was weird coming home. I don't know why. I just felt like my room wasn't my room. The house felt like it wasn't my house. Everything just felt like it wasn't. Something was, I can't even explain. I don't know why I felt like that. I just felt off. Like I just felt like this is weird. Everything just looked different. Even when the first time I got in my mom's car after not being able to get in there for a while, it looked bigger. Like everything just looked different. And I don't know what that was, but everything just looked different. And I don't but yeah, I just been glad that I can talk about this now without letting it like really get to me too bad to where I can't get it out. Cause yeah, I still have my emotional moments, of course. Yeah, it still hurts. It still hurts, and it still jumps. Like, yeah, like sometimes I feel like I'm good. Sometimes I feel like I don't, and it don't hurt as bad as it did when it was new. And it's not like it's always a thought on my mind, but it's there. It's in the back of my mind, and it ain't. I don't know if it's ever gonna leave. To be honest, I mean, I don't want to let it limit me or stop me from living or anything else. But it is a constant thought on my head. It makes me a lot more cautious. It just changed a lot about me. Like I do feel like after the wreck, or after the car accident, I was like reborn, like refreshed. I I don't know. I just feel it feels different, and everything that changed is for the better about me. I feel like, honestly, because I needed it. I needed that change, and I hate that it had to come like that. I wish that it didn't have to come to that, but that was out of my control. That was God. That was there was nothing I could do, because if it was up to me, I wouldn't be making this video right now. I wouldn't be having these rods in me. I would probably still have my car, or a better car. A lot of stuff would be different, but everything happens for a reason. All you can do is just continue to go on and take your lessons and grow from them. And that's all I've been working on doing, is growing and becoming a better me, and not letting this cripple me to the point of not putting myself back out there, because I could have, and I thought about it, using it as like a crutch, but I don't want to, so I'm not. I mean, like I say, it's still kind of touchy sometimes, and some things I don't like when people say, like, I feel like you should not speak on me and him, or him, if you don't know him, or if you don't know what we was going through, or if you got a opinion based off of your emotion, off of a whole nother situation. Like, you can't put that on us, and you're not gonna put that on me. You're not. I'm not gonna let you. Not. Like, no. And I know that he was not perfect. He was not. And I'm not either. But I'm not gonna let you play on stuff that you don't know what you're talking about in my face. Like, that's not how this gonna go. And same, like, that's how I'm saying, like, with the driving situation, a lot of people assume that he did not know how to drive, and that was not the case. This boy was not conscious of what he was doing. And no matter what nobody says, I refuse to believe that anything else. Like, no. You can't convince me of nothing else. Feel how you feel, think how you want to think, but I'm going to continue to know what I know, because I'm like, your thoughts, I was there. It's not just a thought, it's a actual being in that place. So don't try to sit up here and play something on a situation that you know nothing about. Just hush, honey. Hush, please. Hush. Keep it mute. Keep it cute. I don't want to have to dispute. Like, this is not an argument because you were not there. So you can't argue with me. You can't. Nobody can. They can, no. But anyways, yeah. I just wanted to make this video to be like an update. I actually made a song about the situation. It's kind of short, cute, but it gives you like a summary of how I felt and how I feel about like this situation. I came up with a music video. I put it on streaming platforms. It's gonna be on Apple Music, it's gonna be on Spotify, it's gonna be on YouTube Music, it's on Amazon Music, it's on Instagram, I think it's on TikTok. I don't know if it's on Snapchat. I have not checked. But I know it's on Spotify, I know it's on YouTube, and I know it's on Instagram, and I know it's on Facebook Music too. So if you want to attach my song to your story, you can, because it's there. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to be attaching my music video for the song. I'm still going to be premiering it as a separate clip, like a separate video, but I'm going to attach it to this video at the end, because I wanted to save it for the people who watch this video all the way to the end. And I wanted to tell you that I really appreciate you for watching this video like all the way through and listening to me talk about something that you probably wouldn't care about. I appreciate you for listening to me, and I just appreciate everything. Like, I appreciate all support, even small support. Like, every little thing matters. Every little thing I notice, and I appreciate it. And so I think this is about time for me to end this video. This video is by me. It was recorded by me. Song was by me. Song was wrote by me. Everything by me. Intro made by me. Video edited by me. All this is by me. I am mighty until I can. Until I become big enough and get the funds enough to afford one. Cause this stuff gets crazy doing it yourself. But anyways, I really appreciate it all. And if there is anything else, I'd like to go and slide into this video.
Sitting here, thinking about all that you meant to me. All I do is sit around, playing through the memories, thinking about all the good times and the bad, all the times that made me happy or so sad. Sure what I'm supposed to do to carry on without you, but I guess I'm supposed to figure it out along the way. Do I stay or do I go? Lose my mind, put it together, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm sitting here with all these memories of you, thinking about all the things I wanted to do. This wasn't the journey we had planned. You were supposed to be here then, but I guess that wasn't part of God's plan. 'Cause you're going my way. Rest in peace, baby.